Welcome to the Getting Down and Wordy podcast ad.
What do we do on this podcast?
Well, it's the first musical podcast.
Can you try that again in real words so that people can understand?
Fine. We talk about the intersection of popular music and language.
Oh, can we also talk about Eurovision?
Okay.
Find us on Apple and Spotify.
We are a Podmoth Network podcast.
Find other great podcasts like this one at podmoth.network.
The following podcast discusses adult situations and gets very sweary. Sensitive ears beware.
You know what? Fuck it. Fuck my whole life.
You're listening to Fuck My Whole Life, brought to you by Fuck My Work Life, a podcast within a podcast where we venture outside of the workplace to bring you stories of mishaps and shenanigans from all aspects of life. Because if we can't laugh at ourselves, what are we even doing? Welcome back. This is part 2 of our conversation with Karen and Anne from Sugar Coated Murder. You can listen to this one. You don't have to listen to part 1 first, but I suggest if you haven't listened to part 1, go on back to our episode from last week, listen to that one, and then come back to this one. Enjoy!
Anne and I have always made a big deal about Christmas, especially when our kids were really little. Mm-hmm. And our boys, who are 7 months and 1 day apart, so they're pretty much the same age. It was my son's first Christmas, her son's second Christmas. And at that point, we lived in Maryland, she lived in Richmond, and just about every weekend they would come to Maryland to be with us because she was a single mom. And, you know, we were this big, crazy family of 4. And so they just wanted to be a part of the chaos for some reason. So,
and I needed some extra hands to help me with my damn baby.
Yeah. So when there were times that she would just hand him to us and go lay in the rocking chair and sleep for 4 hours.
There's not another parent involved in our lives at all. So it was mama 24/7.
Yeah, it was.
Sometimes on the weekends, I just needed somebody to take that baby.
Yeah. And I was willing. My husband was willing to do it. We could do it. And plus I have little babies, so we could just put them together. Wherever my baby was, her baby was.
In the future, if you have any more babies.
Okay. Okay.
I have a solution to this.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go to Petco, off to the left, usually when you walk in are the big dog cages.
Say no more, Jay. Say no more. We get you to
You get those dog cages. You zip tie padding to the inside.
Right. Okay. So I had a play yard that was a big circle that all joined together that you use outside, but I used it inside because I could house my son. Because with little girls, you can put your girl on the couch with a book and come back an hour later and she's still on the couch with a book. My son, I could go to the kitchen to rinse out a cup and come back and I can't find him because he's halfway up the drapes.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, such a huge difference. And so I had a big play yard. Well, her son was somehow a mechanical genius when he was 2 or even less than 2. And he figured out early on how to break apart. I don't know how he figured out. It's supposed to be childproof, but he could break apart the panels and he would set my son free.
Free!
You're free. And my son would take off. So, yeah. Anyway. I digress. At Christmas time, our boys were little. She and her son had come. You know, we're young parents. There's a lot of pressure to make Christmas perfect. Mm-hmm. And my husband and I had been through recently, kind of recently, a couple years before that, our daughter had gotten real sick before I had my son, and she had gotten Kawasaki's disease. And so anytime the kids got sick, we hit the panic button after that because it was very traumatizing for her to be. She was in a children's hospital, I don't know how long, 8 days or whatever, but it was a really scary time.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to make Christmas, absolutely perfect. Our boys have matching red union suits that, for Christmas and, the tree and everything. So we have a live tree. Well, the first thing that happens is my daughter comes down with a fever, not feeling good, upper respiratory crap, the stuff you get at Christmas. And then my son came down with a horrible ear infection. He was having an earache. Well, my husband got so frustrated. He went to water the tree and noticed that there was mold growing up the trunk of the tree.
Oh.
And he was like, this is why our kids are sick. And he lost his shit. And he took that tree, and it was like, we had high ceilings, like probably 8 or 9 feet ceilings. And the tree went up there and bent over. That's how big the tree was. He took that whole thing, ripped the lights out of the socket, walked it down the steps to the front door, and just pitched it right into the yard.
Oh, shit.
Now we have 2 little boys and a little girl who are traumatized because Christmas is in the front yard and Daddy's been cussing. So I, of course, was like, you can't just throw away Christmas. What are you doing? And he was like, oh, we need a fake tree. So he goes to Lowe's. While he's at Lowe's, Ann and I have to go outside and undecorate this tree laying in our yard while our kids are sitting on the steps crying because they think Christmas has been canceled. And Ann's trying to unstring lights from a live tree that's about 8.5 feet laying in the yard. So we're trying to figure out which way to unroll it, which way to roll it so we can get the lights off and the ornaments. We didn't want to break them. I mean, they're family heirlooms, for God's sake. So we have to undecorate the whole tree. And then my husband comes back. He's been at Lowe's. And this is like the day before Christmas Eve.
Oh, shit.
Christmas is here.
Time's out.
Yeah.
So he comes in, he's got this huge box from Lowe's, and we start putting together. And it's not one of the trees that you buy now, pre-lit and all this. You have to assemble branch by branch by branch.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
So he brings it in. We start undoing it and fluffing it. He goes to put the tree up. It's about 1.5 feet too big. Too big.
Well.
And it's a tree. No, he took it, marched it right back outside to the front yard, got a hacksaw and just taking all of his frustrations out. In the meantime, my children are so traumatized because now Daddy is killing another tree in the front yard. They don't know what the hell's happening. They're all crying. He's cussing a bush tree, trying to hacksaw this aluminum tree trunk off. He finally gets it off, and then he realizes, I wonder how I'm going to put it in the base.
Oh, no.
You hacked them motherfucking branches off. The goddamn Santa ain't real. We doing this shit for no fucking reason. We could just throw the presents at the little fuckers and it'd be fine.
Oh my God.
But no.
It was
so mad.
We were so mad at him. I thought, I'm going to kill you. Like, I'm just going to kill you right now. Oh my God. That tree, we actually kept that tree for about 10 years, I think, after that. He paid so much money for it the day before Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah.
And he had to hacksaw it, so it was a customized tree.
Yes.
And we had to customize the base to fit in it. I think we ended up putting wads of aluminum foil in the base. It was so jerry-rigged.
I fucking love your husband.
Oh, God, that's amazing.
It was a nightmare, and I can tell you.
It's hard. He had, the 2 of us together are not easy.
No, my husband.
He's, mad, and we're all prissy saying, honestly, you could have handled that better.
I know. We're like, don't you think you could have handled that a little more maturely?
It's not good for the children.
What are you thinking? And I'm trying to make ham biscuits for Christmas Day and Christmas casserole.
And my parents are coming.
And my parents are coming, and you've got me out there undressing a live tree in my yard.
And by the way, did you buy me a Christmas gift?
I was like, while you were out, you better have gotten me a gift. Oh my God, that was one hell of a Christmas.
It was cheerful.
One hell of a Christmas. Yeah,
do your kids have any memory of this Christmas?
My daughter doesn't. She was the older one. My son hates Christmas.
Oh, my son doesn't remember.
I was going to say the next year where your kid's like, hey,
Christmas.
can we just skip to Valentine's Day?
Actually, the
Next year we spent
apart.
Christmas apart. Like our families did not spend Christmas together. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, we just took our kids up to my in-laws' house in Pennsylvania and let them put the damn tree up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done with
Easier
Christmas.
that way.
Yeah. So, but
Daddy, their tree looks so straight and normal.
Why aren't we throwing the Christmas tree out the front door? Isn't that what we do on Christmas?
Don't you have to saw stuff off?
why does their Christmas tree not have full on it? I never saw full
It's
on
the traditional Christmas foil.
We're gonna need more full. Damn it, go get more full, woman. Run to the Piggly Wiggly and get more full. It's on sale.
You know, your husband was like, when you weren't there, was like, do you guys want to go to the store? You want a Red Ryder BB gun? You want the new Barbie? What do you want? Daddy's really sorry.
I don't think that's what he said. I don't even know that we slept in the same bed Christmas Eve.
Daddy was like,
he
"Fuck
slept on the
Christmas."
sofa bed next to that fake Christmas tree.
Oh, God.
I know I fucked up. I'll sleep in the truck. All right.
No, it was more like, you fucked up. Me and the kids will be in our bed. You can go sleep in the crib or in the girls' room. Oh, yeah.
Yay, holidays.
I know. They're so stressful. They're
It's so stressful.
And we don't even have
just about
children.
giving up.
Listen,
Yeah.
we really did. We went all out for our kids.
Yeah.
We really did.
I mean, my son was, okay, well, my daughter was 16 years old before she realized Santa Claus may or may not be like an actual person.
Are you fucking kidding me?
16. Wow.
She was in denial.
She was in denial. And because she sat me down and made threats against my life before I told her, because her friends, since they were like in the 5th grade, had stopped believing. But my rule in my house was, when you stop believing, he stops coming. And she never
yes.
that rule.
Oh, so she believed before. She was just like, bitch, I want some shit. Like, I'm looking for some shit. I want some shit.
Never could discern, but we had traditions that made them think that it was such a customized Christmas around our kids. Like, Santa only wrapped in this certain kind of wrapping paper, and no other gift in the house was wrapped like that. And that wrapping paper, if there was any remnants, went in the garbage outside before Christmas morning. Like, we went all out. He would write them letters in this very specific block lettering every single year, and he would talk about what he got them the year before. And they believed. They absolutely, we did soot, like we had a magic, we didn't have a fireplace, so I had a magic skeleton key with Santa's face on it, and we hung it on the wreath outside so Santa could get into our house at night. Mm-hmm. And the next day, the key would be hanging on the tree. And we would have like either mud, or if it snowed, we'd have those big boot footprints going through down the hallway to where the presents were.
God
damn.
That's awesome. That's really awesome, though.
I took part of one of those fuzzy Santa hats. I cut it and I put it in the door so it looked like Santa's suit had gotten stuck in the door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we used to, I know, we used to smudge soot on their face,
with
like Santa,
with
a little bit of glitter, like Santa had touched their face while they were sleeping. We had reindeer food we put out on the lawn the night before. It was like this big deal.
It was a big deal.
So, yeah.
That's amazing.
So let me stop you there. You wonder why your husband ripped the fucking tree out of the stand and threw it out the front door. And then when he came home and it was too tall, he was like, fuck this. Give me the fucking Sawzall. Like, I'm done with this shit.
Oh, yeah.
They're fucking 14 years old and we're still doing this shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, we went all out, and that's why she she was scared to not believe.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, I had a huge ornament, like a big glass ball that was on the front of my tree. When you stop believing, he stops coming. And so she was like, I'm not willing to risk this. So he sat down and said, I will run away from home if you do not tell me the truth about Santa. So when my son was 12 and he still believed, she forced me to tell him. And when I did, he looked at me and said, does this mean Jesus isn't real too? And I had
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, he was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, well, shit. I thought you knew that already. I thought you knew Jesus wasn't real.
Aww.
Santa, we can talk about this. Jesus?
Santa, I can prove. Jesus, I have to go on faith.
I think my son lasted until maybe 7 or 8.
Yeah, he knew way before my son did.
At the time, we were going to a Southern Baptist church, and I was trying to be real involved because I felt like I needed to give him some sort of a Christian foundation. Mm-hmm. And anytime he would ask me questions about something that was a little controversial, I would say, well, you got to read it in the Bible. If it's not in the Bible, then it's not true. And that came around and bit me right in the ass for the Easter Bunny because he couldn't find anything in the Bible about an Easter Bunny.
But at least he read the Bible. So that's a good way to read the Bible.
Mom, there is no Easter Bunny in the Bible. And come to think of it, there's no Santa. I mean, he got me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I was like, come on, buddy.
Yeah. The difference is Ann liked to be really honest and truthful with her son, and we loved lying to our kids. It's just, you have to. You just
Santa's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Santa's real, and I'm really sorry I was dishonest, with you. And I'm like, you either believe or you don't get any damn presents. It's up to you.
Yeah. As soon as you don't believe, we're done.
Yeah. I don't have to stress about it anymore.
You ain't getting
you sleep
shit.
outside on Christmas Eve. That's right. Sleep in the car, but you're not coming in this house not believing.
Listen, my son is 25 years old now. I still stuff his stocking and wrap every single present in special Santa paper.
Me too. Our kids, I've got 2 kids. They each get their own Santa paper individually. Mm-hmm. Every item, even chapstick, is wrapped in their stocking. It's their favorite.
All right, So let me tell you this. I grew up with 5 sisters when I was a kid.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. And I didn't necessarily believe in Santa. I think I was probably around like 8 when I was like, oh, this is fucking bullshit. But what really clued it into me was I had sisters that were a couple years older than me. And when the parents were gone before Christmas, they were like, come up here. We went to the attic, and in the attic were boxes, and in those boxes were like already wrapped Christmas presents.
Oh, wow.
And I was like,
it's Santa's storage space.
that don't mean anything.
The devil is a liar and he lives in my attic.
Yeah. I was like, that doesn't mean anything. And then Christmas came, and those fucking wrapped presents were under the tree. And that was like, okay.
I feel like parents took the lazy way out. I feel like they could have done more.
My sisters were see you next Tuesdays.
Yeah, see you next Tuesdays. And so I almost wonder if the parents were like, my dad and my stepmom were like, there's no fucking Santa. Like, just shut the fuck up and don't tell the little ones.
Oh,
yeah.
You know?
And they were immediately like, hey, guess what?
Yeah, they were like, well, I don't know. But I feel like it was like once it got to a certain point, because there was my sister, my stepsister was like a year younger than her, and I was 2 years younger than my stepsister. And it was like once they felt like I got old enough, it was like, look, we gotta bring him in on this because this is fucking bullshit what they're doing.
They just wanted to bring you onto their team.
Because it wasn't like they brought all of us up there. They brought me up there, and they were like, oh, look at that fucking shit.
That's right.
They were bringing you into the inner circle of
Like
knowledge.
your
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
We're
it
not
was kind of like, if
the
you
body,
say
and we're all
anything,
gonna know about the dead body, but we're not going to talk about the dead body. Why does everything have to go back to a dead body?
It's a lot of death.
It's just how it goes.
I
So,
guess.
funny story about Karen and her second child.
Oh dear.
oh shit,
A
here we
real
go.
pisser. I got to tell y'all, he's a pisser.
He's the
He
apple
pees
of
the
my
bed?
I just
No.
love him.
He makes
I
me
love
pee the
him
bed.
so much. But when I was pregnant, I was also single. Now, I was married when I got pregnant, but then I found out that my two-time husband was still dating while we were married.
He didn't
Oh,
find he didn't read
no.
the
felt
wedding
like-
vows.
Maybe he needed to get the hell out.
Yes.
So, and he did. He left and he continued his dating life. And I was pregnant and very pregnant and
And more and more pregnant.
so more pregnant. And I was due in January. And I think it was about December.
It was December.
It was very cold. I was miserable. I was
Right
hungry.
before Christmas,
I could
you were
not be hungry. I just kept eating and nothing satisfied my hunger. And if anybody looked at me wrong or said something to me, I would burst into tears and say, I know what's happening, but I cannot stop it. And I was single, so I couldn't take, and I was pregnant, so I couldn't take drugs. I couldn't get drunk. I couldn't do all the things. I couldn't go out and get wild and have sex with random men. You know, I had to be this person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm getting through it. And about December, I've got this big pregnant belly and a fat ass. I'm lonely. And my sister calls me.
God damn, I was devastated.
And she was so upset. And I said, Sugar, what is wrong? Is everything okay? And she said, I'm pregnant. I said, you're what? She said, I'm pregnant and I don't know what to do. I said, girl, you have dialed the wrong number.
First, she said, "Does it belong to your husband?" I said, yes. And then she said, you have dialed the wrong number. If you are looking for sympathy from me, you are married to a man who loves you, and you are calling me, and I am hungry, and nobody's got enough food for me. And you are, I don't care that you're pregnant. Don't call me back. And she hung up on
No, I
me.
said, you get your ass off that bathroom floor, go downstairs and tell the husband who loves you that you're going to have another baby.
I was so scared.
Oh my God, I was so mad. I was like, who does that? Who calls their pregnant
Who
sister?
calls me to tell me they're pregnant?
I've had to give away my cat. I've had to give away a dog, my fish tank, everything.
You had spare parts left over when you put the crib together.
I did have spare parts. I did.
Yeah.
And I was fat. I was huge. Miserable. The sister calls and says, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm pregnant. Bitch. You tell your
I
husband.
know what you're gonna do. You can fuck right off. That's what you're gonna do. Fuck off.
Good Lord.
Where was the sympathy from me?
There was no sympathy.
I mean, please. I was in a pickle.
And then
He was
she
still
had
in
the nerve
college.
to take, she and my stepfather, while I was giving birth,
Oh, yeah.
went out and had a steak dinner.
I was anemic and I was pregnant.
She
I
was
needed
supposed to
red
be one of
meat.
my birthing coaches.
I was supposed to be one of the birthing coaches, but I
I
needed a
feel
steak
sick.
dinner because I was low in iron.
Oh my God.
Whatever.
Amazing.
Keep going, ladies.
Yeah.
Let's hear some more. Keep going.
Sisterly love.
I mean, I feel like we're just breaking the surface
This
of
is like
this.
therapy session.
These are all the stories that we want to write in our memoirs.
Ah, yes.
So the night that I gave birth, she was kind enough to stay at the hospital with me because we don't have, when one of our people is in the hospital, somebody stays with them.
It's a rule.
It's a rule.
Yeah.
Nobody stays alone.
No.
Even if you want to be alone,
No, you cannot.
that's too bad.
Not allowed.
It's not your choice. It's not your choice at all.
We have to make sure nobody kills you in the night.
And you don't get to choose who stays with you. It don't matter. You as the patient have no choice. But as
everybody draws straws.
That's exactly right. Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah. So at this point, my ex-husband is making all kinds of noise about wanting to be in the birthing room with me, and he's going to show up at the
fuck
hospital. Right. And I'm like, no. So I'm in a room marked anonymous.
Anonymous.
That's what one of the pink ladies called me, Mrs. Anonymous. Thank you so much.
Anonymous.
Anonymous. Yes. Oh my God. So
She's French. Anonymous. She's French.
So it's already an embarrassing situation. I'm in a room at the end of the hall, and my nameplate says anonymous. My baby's bassinet in the nursery says anonymous boy.
Like somebody must have dropped him off.
What the hell?
Nobody claimed him
What
yet.
kind of life am I living? I'm exhausted. I'm emotional. My sister has gone out for a freaking steak dinner.
I felt much better, by the way, in case y'all were I mean, I perked right up after that steak dinner. It was really amazing. And God, it was so good.
She just
Did you go to Roost Chris?
No, but we went to a place nearby that I loved their steaks, and he knew just where to take me.
Oh my God. So we're just getting settled in. It has been a long ass day. The baby is in the nursery, and then my phone rings in my room, and I pick it up. I had a different last name, but let's just say the lady said, Miss Ann, we have a situation. The security guard has a gentleman here that says he's your husband, and apparently he's drunk and very, very angry. And our security guard is a retired gentleman in his 80s, and we're not sure what to do.
Oh, shit. Call the police.
Like 1 o'clock in the morning. I didn't know what to do.
So what do you think she did? She said, Sugar, can you wake up and leave so that my husband can come in here and we can talk?
Do you mind stepping out for a minute?
Do you know what time it is? It is 4 o'clock in the morning and my steak is still digesting. I don't feel like getting out of bed.
Oh my God.
Bitch, I just ate.
I am still full. Don't disturb me.
Oh my God. I'm like emotional. I'm exhausted. I'm a single parent. I never dreamed I would be.
You are such a selfish bitch.
Listen to me. What am I supposed to do? The security guard is an 80-year-old man who doesn't know how to handle the drunk, and now the nurse is calling me. I'm going to look like an awful person if I say, well, call the police. I cannot do it.
Aww.
You didn't just tell the nurse like the 80-year-old man doesn't have a taser?
Yeah, I don't
Just fucking put him down.
I pushed an 8-pound baby outside of my body.
Yeah.
I was not on drugs.
She was not in her
I
right
was
mind, obviously.
Hormonal and not in my right mind.
I can tell by the way you're looking at the camera. I'm in trouble.
I was not making good decisions that night.
God damn it, Karen, you selfish bitch.
She was the selfish bitch.
I mean, he was literally in my room for 5 minutes before he just came in. He needed to come in and strut around, see the baby, and then he left. And then she got to come back in.
Do
and
you
she was
mind if I go back to sleep now?
Puffing. I'm like, oh my fucking God.
And now I need another blanket. I'm cold.
Yeah. Did you tell him when he walked out? Now I'm burping. You son of a bitch. Now I got the bubble guts because you made me get up.
That's right. Now I'm going to be gassy all night. I didn't properly digest.
Stupid sister.
So selfish.
You better not take him back.
I said, if you take him back, you're going to be in an awful hurt.
I didn't take him back.
I'm shocked you didn't beat the shit out of him walking out of that room.
Well, she would have gotten mad at me for making a scene. I could already see it.
She wouldn't think about
And
that.
plus, I fell asleep on the chairs out.
Actually, I was half asleep trying to feel my way down the hall because I was in the middle of the night. God.
They turned all the lights off in the hospital. I don't know why.
That's what they do in them southern hospitals.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about it was I never told him I went to the hospital to give birth. Somebody had heard through somebody else and then called him and said, I just want you to know that Ann has gone and had that baby without you.
Small town, huh?
Yeah.
She was in my wedding. I've never spoken to her since. I do get friend requests from her on Facebook periodically, and I just deny them.
Still, 25 years
Still
later.
mad at you, bitch.
It's been a quarter of a century. We're still not over
Still
it.
not over it.
You
That was
shouldn't
a rough
be.
go. That was a rough go.
Yeah, it all turned out great, though.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
6 weeks later, he threatened to kill me.
Yeah, it's just like
In
a
a parking lot.
thing. Just a look. In the parking lot of the sheriff's office, at least. It was in the court
It
parking
was in the
lot.
court, yes. We've been to mediation about custody. I
Yeah.
didn't feel like he should have any. He felt like he needed to have plenty. I felt like his drug habit and his alcoholism and his cheating ways, maybe he shouldn't. So
He wanted custody?
he did.
Holy shit.
He didn't have a house. He didn't have a home, but he wanted custody.
Just
No, he wanted
ego.
custody just to
Fuck with you.
kind of stick it.
Yeah.
Just stick it like I should have
Because he was
custody.
so upset when she kicked him out for cheating when she was pregnant. I mean, and he got so mad at her that this was all revenge to him.
This
I
wicked
slept on a park bench for 2 weeks
bitch, he did
because you
not. He
kicked
did not.
me
Because
out.
his girlfriend helped him get an apartment.
That's right.
He was fine.
His girlfriend helped him.
Yeah.
And she signed my last name when she used my card to pay for gas for her car. She signed my last name like she owned it. That
What
bitch.
the fuck?
Now I know what you went through because that happened to me today.
Exactly. No, it was exactly the
Exactly
same.
the same.
Exactly
Jay.
the same.
Totally the same.
Exactly. Some bitch.
Exactly the same, minus the birth of a child and
Uh-huh.
being a single parent and having a husband who's crazy, but the same.
Exactly the same.
What's that mean?
Do we all feel very, very bad for Jay right now? We all feel very bad for
I feel
Jay.
really bad.
Touch me.
Let me just say, I know
I'm
why you parents
sensitive.
belong so well.
Oh, God.
So, after he threatened to kill me, though, my mama bear, really, those hormones kind of like came up, and I just went to the magistrate, got a restraining order against him.
Good.
But while I was doing that, he was at my house banging on the door to get in, and my mama was there with a friend of mine and my baby. And they were hiding in the back room on the phone with the police saying he's banging on the door trying to get in. And then he left a note about, I'm sorry, I threatened to kill you. You just know how to press my buttons.
Have it in writing now.
Left it in the door.
It had not even been 24 hours since it had not even been 2 hours since the restraining order was signed by the judge.
And then,
Oh
so
my
mom was
God.
on the phone with the police saying, I'm hiding in the back room. My daughter's getting this restraining order. Somebody's got to come help us. And all of a sudden, as if the neighborhood wasn't talking already, because my husband left and then suddenly I was pregnant. So, they're all thinking, oh, she went and got herself pregnant from somebody else. Well, then 5 police cars pull up in my driveway.
Holy shit.
He had already left. Oh, God. It was
But at least
really,
he left a note.
He left that
Yeah.
note. And that really helped with the restraining order. Oh, my Lord. It was a Mary Springer life I was living.
It really was. It was
All right, so I just have a few questions here. This is Dr. Phil talking to you right now.
And you are not the baby's father.
Yeah.
I just want to know, what did you do after he was banging on your house saying, bitch, open the door or I'll kill you?
You do that really well. It's kind of
That's really
terrifying.
good.
I do a good Dr. Phil.
Yeah, that's scary.
We'll be right back.
I actually had some friends of mine coordinate his arrest.
Oh, good. He was arrested.
he was arrested at work
and charged with.
and
Good.
unfortunately, the police were very relaxed about that whole arrest situation because he was packing a great deal of marijuana on him when he got arrested. And then he said, I need to use the restroom. So he went in and dumped the marijuana. So when he went
Can
to
you
jail, he
imagine
didn't
how
have
dumb?
any of it.
They go to arrest him, and he was like, I go in to pee. And then they were like, yeah, and we don't need to
Yeah,
go with
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
What exactly did they do with this marijuana? Is it still
They smoked it.
spoken for? Are you able to get it to me?
Yes, I'll ship it through the mail.
Yeah.
All right.
mail with the check. The crazy thing is when they were still together and Ann told him he had to move out of their bedroom, he was so mad at her because she got the room with the fan.
Mm.
And he didn't get the room with the fan, and he didn't get the master bedroom, and he couldn't understand why it was so. She was being so unfair,
Mm.
even though it was her that was pregnant, and she found out she was pregnant at the emergency room after she had an asthma
That's
attack.
true. That's true story.
Jesus
How
shit.
she found out,
Oh,
and
Anne.
she knew he was cheating, and then he had taken her there. And then he comes in and the nurse said, guess what? Y'all are pregnant. And he was like, well, I guess I'm going to go cancel my date, and went back and called his girlfriend on the payphone and said, I'll be late.
Oh, my God.
Because he dropped Ann off and then went and
He didn't postpone the date. He didn't.
He didn't
Or
cancel
he didn't cancel
He
the date. He postponed it.
Jesus.
Yeah, just a couple hours until he could get Ann home, and took her prescription to go fill it. She said, if you can go pick me up ginger ale and get this prescription filled. He left, and she didn't hear from him for 2 days, and he never brought her the prescription or the ginger ale.
What a fucker.
Yeah.
It was bad. I had to give him the Sunday paper and say, you've got to get out. You cannot be here anymore. Because at the time I was going on the weekends to Karen's house because I was, again, very emotional
Yeah.
about the current situation. And I could only eat mugu gapan and
Healthy choice vegetable soup.
That's the only thing I could get down.
Of.
And while I'd be out of town, he would bring his date over and they would do dinner and all that. And finally, I'm like, you got to go. Like, you cannot be here for one more minute. And he was like, yeah, I guess I really do. And he said, do you want to go for a beer? I was like, no, I don't want to go for a beer because I'm pregnant.
I'm fucking pregnant.
I'm pregnant with your child. I don't want to have a beer with you before you go.
Jesus shit.
Where is this guy now?
He's
Where
still
is
back
he
in
now?
Virginia. He's in
He's
Virginia.
still there. He's
Wow.
over $100,000 behind in child support,
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
which should be no shocker.
No.
So yeah,
No.
we ended up. He was mandated by the judge to go for anger management classes, but he
Mhm.
went to the first class and said, "I'm not going to that stupid class. Those people are wife beaters. I don't beat my wife."
And he never finished the
He never
class.
went back, and my lawyer said, "Well, if you don't finish the classes, the judge says you can't see your child." So he never got to see his child, and he never went
Jeez.
to anger management classes.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, means to an end for him, right?
Yeah.
He didn't want to see his child anyway.
He just wanted to be a
No, I
shit.
think that his mama did.
His mama did.
Because then his mama turned around and tried to sue me for unsupervised visits.
But he was living on her sofa. We were not fooled by any of that.
He was not. He was living in the apartment that his girlfriend got
Oh,
in.
that's right. Yeah.
No.
No. She raised that pile of trash, so you can only imagine.
Yeah. I'm sure
Imagine
she was
how much
great.
money it cost me to go to court to fight this woman
Yeah.
on
Yes.
unsupervised
To not
visits.
have your child
Yeah.
raised by her.
Correct. And at the end of that court, when the judge looked at her and said, "I deny your request, and I'm going to tell you right now, you need to walk away. You have nothing positive to offer this child. You need to go."
Oh, that must have felt so good.
Like doing the wave.
Yeah.
So
was
happy.
Wow.
Because when you do that, when somebody tries to sue you for something like that, they appoint an attorney, a guardian ad litem for your child. And he wasn't even 2 years old yet. So I had to go in and visit with this attorney and prove that I was a good mother, that I was making good decisions, that I could financially support my child, And I had to write down all of his favorite toys, his favorite foods, his sizes. That is such a personal thing to have to give to somebody that you don't want to have access to your child. It ripped me apart. I had to be medicated at the time.
She was heavily medicated. You know why? Because there's a pill for that.
There's a pill for that.
The father of the child, what did he have to write down?
Or the mother of the grandma.
Or the grandmother.
Nothing.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
But she didn't get what she wanted, so that's
Correct.
good.
No, she
Correct.
didn't.
Good.
So that was all of that. The next month, I went back to court and had my son's last name legally changed. We both had our names legally changed to my stepfather's last name.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
lived happily ever after.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Now your son is engaged.
And now my son is 25 and engaged.
Congratulations.
How old is he?
25.
25.
That's awesome.
I know. And it's like, it's so hard. It's just been the two of us for so long. And now he's like got his own thing. Like really this was the first Christmas. I've been so blessed, but this is the first Christmas that he didn't wake up with me Christmas Day.
Oh.
That was a rough one.
So he still believes in Santa?
Yes. I had to explain this to his fiance.
Yeah. Okay, you have to do the soot on the face.
Look,
and,
I'm gonna give you 4 rolls of the wrapping
the special paper.
This is, and here are the boots that you're supposed to print through the living room.
In a tote with a lock on it so he can't find it.
May as well just hide it at my house. I'll take it.
If you decide you don't want to do this, I'm out.
No, just leave a key for me, and I'll creep in here while y'all are sleeping Christmas Eve and take care of it.
I've been trying to get the spare key to that damn apartment for as long as I mean,
no, girl, no.
I gotta get a key.
No, you my daughter lives by herself, and I don't have a key to her place.
I need a key.
Because she knows I will abuse that privilege. First time she doesn't get up on Saturday when I want to go to coffee, I'm going to go over there and let myself in and say, what the hell? Let's go get coffee.
Oh, right.
Yeah. She's like, I know that you're going to abuse this privilege, so I don't have it. My son is the only one with the code to her door.
I could tell by the look on Anne's face when she was like, I need a key. She's going to abuse it. She went, I need a key.
I need a key. Because, there'd be like, did somebody come in our house today? Because there's a full dinner and the table is set. The dog has been fed and everything
Everything's clean. There's dinner on the table.
You can have a key to my place.
It was
Damn it. Again, selfish. See, you see what I have always seen right there.
I've been taking care of that boy for 25 years. I know what I'm doing.
I know what drawers he wears on Tuesdays. I've got to be involved.
No, when he said he was getting engaged, I went and bought myself a book called Boundaries. And she got
a workbook with it too, like she's working in the workbook.
I got to figure out boundaries.
It's like a college course or something.
God. After 25 years.
It's understandable. That's your baby. You know, it's totally understandable.
And I only had one. I have 2.
Oh, whatever.
So I'm like, you know
and
what?
a husband. What fucking
No, I'm saying the difference.
We have 3.
You've
3
got
furry ones.
We have 3 kids who will not listen. When you put their food down on the floor, they won't eat it. The little fuckers.
They jump up on the table when we're trying to film a podcast.
All the time. All the time.
When we're sitting on the couch trying to watch Survivor, there's one that'll just jump on the fucking kitchen counters and be like, ah!
I think you need to read some books on how to raise children.
Maybe I need to give you a link to the Boundaries book. I can just send you a if you like.
We're going to send that with the leftover pot and that check we've been talking about. We're going to and y'all going to get a huge package. It's in the mail.
Oh, care package from Sugar Coated Murder.
I could use it. I could use it. Okay.
I know you could. I understand.
He's had a hard day.
If I were there, I would share a special gummy with you.
I got
No,
some.
I don't do that.
I got some.
Oh, there you go.
From when our friend came and visited a few weeks ago. He left a bunch.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds like we need to take a trip to.
Sounds like I need to come see y'all.
Yeah, we got plenty to
You should.
share.
You should.
I agree. Can we call it a writing retreat?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. That's what you're calling this weekend, right? I mean,
How that's going.
like you guys have your way of telling your family, like, we're going on a writing retreat.
Don't bother us.
And then you could just disappear.
Yeah, we're like, we don't like to do it, but it's really hard on us to leave y'all, but we've got to isolate ourselves. It's no fun when we're there, and we got to isolate ourselves. All we do is
I'm doing this for you. That's what you tell your family. I'm doing this for you. I am bettering the future of us. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm bettering the future of us for you. Okay?
Yes, Dr. Phil.
Just like when we used to tell our boys.
This is what we're talking about, is the future of the family. And what I need is for us to be able to get away and not be questioned by people.
It's about our legacy. It's about the legacy.
But people who don't understand, and you don't understand. So we're going to do this, and we're going to go away. And if you call me, I'm not going to answer. Okay?
Right.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
No, but I'm going to tell you something. 10 years from now, y'all can have our kids on, and they can tell you all the ways that we screwed them up with these events that we have talked about.
Yes, like the time when we made monster finger cookies for Halloween. And
Halloween, we turned it up.
Oh, we turned it up.
We made scary food, and we had parties, and it was a big deal.
And I made these monster fingers, and they were like a green color, and I put a little fingernail looking thing on the end of it. I didn't have almonds. That's what you're supposed to use. So I just did like a little drawing. Well, when I came back to daycare that afternoon, the teacher gave me back my cookies and said, we couldn't use these. I said, why couldn't you? She said, have you looked at them? Yes,
You're going to scare the children.
These are
Too many people are too fucking sensitive to everything nowadays. Like they're fucking cookies.
I took my monster cookies to work, and because they were also drawn with the details, and people loved them. They thought they were hysterical.
the next year I was signed up to do bologna sandwiches.
Wow.
That's mean. That's mean.
But you cut those bologna sandwiches with bat cookie cutters.
I did.
Yes, you did.
They were
They were not going to beat you.
But I don't think my son will soon forget his mama taking the penis cookies to Halloween when he asked, why can't we have these?
Again, 10 years from now.
I get it now. I get it now. The veiny, scary finger cookies.
Oh.
Like a dick.
The shape of a finger, and then we didn't have a nail, so we just drew like a little
semicircle.
Like a and then we put the little knuckle impressions on it, and then the little knuckle down here, like with the hump.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And somehow they interpreted that to be a penis.
Stupid.
Okay, I get it now. I thought they were just too scary for the children. I get it now. I get it.
So you made cookies that look like penises, maybe with balls on them, and you wonder why the preschool said, no, we don't accept these.
Yes.
So sad.
And I feel real bad because then, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I was a helicopter parent. I'm not real sure. But
Maybe.
They were already kind of mad at me because my son was having a hard time. He did not like the canned ravioli that they were serving. Well, they could have given him a cheese sandwich or a peanut butter sandwich, but they insisted that he had to eat this ravioli. He came home and said, they won't let me have anything but this ravioli. I said, well, I got you covered, buddy. The next day I told the director, my son is allergic to ravioli. Please don't give him ravioli anymore.
He shan't be having another ravioli.
Yeah. So, which part of ravioli is he allergic to?
All of it.
Is it the tomatoes? Is it the pasta?
He has a gluten intolerance.
But if it's homemade ravioli, it's a miracle he can eat that.
Yeah.
So when he got to be much older and he would go to the doctor and the doctor would say, do you have any allergies? He would say, no, just ravioli. And I would always say, buddy, that was his mama's way of making sure you didn't
Just the school lunchroom ravioli.
Yeah, those spaghettios.
actually have ravioli.
You
if
can have
want
that
it now.
removed from your medical records now, buddy. You're out of date there.
I love that boy so much.
We can tell.
Aww, it's sweet.
Oh my
Right,
gosh.
that is sweet.
Yeah.
They're sweet boys, but I tell you what, they did stink sometimes.
No, they smell like sugar.
No, they smelled like grass and wet dog.
Oh, I just love them.
That's how boys are supposed to smell.
So when Ann and I would want to go to the store by ourselves, which is rare because when you're, first of all, she was a single mom. Every store trip, she took her kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I had my kids, I had to we had 2 kids. I had to take one or the other with me to the store. And I hated that because they're brats and they are not grateful for a damn thing they have. So, and I had to lie to them all the time, like I can't afford that balloon. And they thought we were poor. So when Ann and I wanted to go to the store alone, and the boys would be like, we want to come. And we'd say, no, we're going to the Barbie store. And they'd be like,
The
"Ew,
Barbie
Barbie."
store?
And we'd be like, yeah, we're going to the Barbie store.
Sorry,
but
buddy.
y'all can go if you want, but you got to wear pink. Then we're not going there. When are you going to the G.I. Joe store?
We
We'd
don't
be
have
like,
that here.
we don't have that here. They only got Barbie stores.
And they said, I'm reinstating the patriarchy.
Yes, absolutely.
Sometimes I wonder if they still think. I wonder if there is a Barbie store.
I know,
Like,
'cause,
did they lie about that too?
They're probably, when they finally have kids, will be like to their wives, just go to the Barbie store,
Go
pick up whatever
to the
the
Barbie
Christmas.
store.
And they'll be like, there's no such thing as a Barbie store.
What?
Yeah, my moms used to go.
We were fun. We were good moms.
Oh, my Lord. I think on that note, we should wrap shit up.
Wrap it up in some special Santa wrapping paper.
That's right. Well, Karen and Ann, it's been wonderful.
Tell us where we can find your podcast.
Yes. And your book and everything.
You can find Sugar Coated Murder podcast on all of your favorite listening apps, even on the ones that are not your favorites. You can find them wherever. And we're on all the social media. Well, not all of them. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and what's that other one? Instagram. We've got social media. And you can email us at murder.sugarcoated@gmail.com.
You can.
And
she got all of the answers right.
Tell them where to get the book,
The
Shady.
book is on Amazon, Amazon.com. You can get it there. It's called Click, Click, Click by Ann Varner and Karen Devaney.
Yeah.
And you can get it on Barnes & Noble. It can be a Kindle book. It can be an ebook.
Mm-hmm. Hardback book.
Hardback, paperback
book.
any of those
Pocket book.
Book gumbo, book kebab.
Maps.
Yeah.
Book of matches. Bookmarks.
anything.
So yeah, that's where you can find our book, and you can find us on the airwaves, and come join us. And this has been just a blast.
It
We
has been a
absolutely
lot of
love
fun.
y'all so much. I just
Oh, yeah.
imagine what it would be like if we were in the same room with you. My God.
That would be
Oh,
dangerous.
Jesus. We'd be fucking falling out. bumping heads.
Toppling over.
Every time they falling, I'm like, oh my God, I'm happy to get my blues done again. Lord,
All right. We'll be right back.
Here's my wife, Robin.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thanks for letting us come on and have a great time with you all. It's been fun hanging out.
And we just want to leave you with one last little thing.
Oh my God, stay sweet.
And don't murder.
If you kill people,
we will talk about you.
Damn right we will.
You'll have our neighbor with the deep freezer on one of your upcoming episodes.
Well, it's not the neighbor with the deep freezer anymore.
Figure out
I have the deep freezer.
Enjoy that meat.
Maybe stick some yogurt in there too.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Freshen that shit up.
My God. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We love y'all.
We love you too.
Love you too.
Bye, fuckers.
Bye, fuckers.
Thank you for listening to the Fuck My Whole Life podcast. If you have a story to share, send it our way to fmwlpod@gmail.com or leave a voicemail at 310-818-3273. For more fun content, check out our socials at fmwlpod and join our Discord community to chat with us and your fellow fuckers. All links can be found in the show notes. Until next time, bye, fuckers. There's the name of the episode.
Dick shit syphilis.